Good, beautiful morning. It's Friday, March the 25th, 2022, and I want to welcome you to Shortcuts for Your Soul, where we simply share messages from our guides, our angels, and other multidimensional beings. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I want to say we are in for some really exciting times on this planet as we watch, human anger play itself out in different ways around the world. Human fear, human uncertainty, rage, disappointment, depression, sadness. We see all these energies. And it's important you understand that these emotions that some of us feel, anger, fear, guilt, shame, joy, they are our energy. It's so important you understand that your energy is something you are designed to be able to utilize, not be subjugated to. Fear, anger, guilt, shame are not energy you were meant to be subjugated to. They're energy you were meant to utilize for the purpose of creation. I have with me the energy of Archangel Michael today, who's very big on assisting many people in letting go and releasing and cutting away their guilt, their shame, their fear, their anger. A lot of people call on him for support and for guidance. And I certainly have called on him more than once in my lifetime. And sometimes, even if you don't call upon your guides, your angels to help you, they'll help you anyway. That's been a real powerful thing in my life too, where I've been assisted many, many times when I was not expecting any form of help whatsoever. So forgiveness. What is forgiveness? Quite simply, he says the function of forgiveness is very simply to let go of something, to let something go. That's the function of forgiveness, to let something go. This is so important that you understand the process of cutting away emotional energies that you have called upon me to do so is very simply the act of, I know how to let go of that which you do not. It is very simple. If you understand how you hold an emotion, you can simply let it go. Pull your attention and awareness away from it. Let it go. Most of the emotions that many of you are dealing with were not yours in the first place. Most of the emotions that you are dealing with now were not yours in the first place, although you have taken ownership over them. The frustration and anger, the disappointment, the sadness, the fears of others. Many of you find yourselves repeating these emotions, not because you want to, and they weren't even yours. They were given to you by friends and family and parents and teachers, and you willingly pick them up. You willingly pick emotions up. The moment you engage an emotional energy from another, you actually intensify and amplify that energy. The moment you, as a soul, give attention to anything, you are amplifying and intensifying substance in the form of emotion with the flow of your energy, your spirit, your soul, your consciousness flowing into a particular quality. That's why when you get upset a little, and you get upset a little bit more because you're giving it your focus, or something occurs or somebody speaks to you in a certain manner, it causes you to feel a certain way. So many of you will pick that emotion up and take it and carry it as if it is yours. This is simply to remind you that it is important to let emotions that you do not wish to carry forward in your life, to let them go. Release the judgment of others from your mind. Release the anger of others from your memory. Release your guilt, your shame, your sadness, all of these things that you carry needlessly, coming to the understanding that you yourself can let these emotions go. Coming to that understanding will be the greatest moment in your lives, to know that you can choose to let emotional energies go. So many of you are carrying them around, believing you have to hold on to your guilt. You have to hold on to your shame. And this is simply not the truth. You have been conditioned and trained and taught to hold on to the emotional packets of other people. And even when I come along and I pull them away from you, and you call and say, Michael, please take these negative energies from me. And I do that. So many of you go back the next day or a week later and you pick them up again. Oh, there's my anger, and you pick it up again. The act of forgiveness is the deliberate and conscious choice to let certain qualities of your energy go. Stop holding on to these qualities of emotion. They no longer serve you. They certainly do not serve others. Some of you become quite comfortably uncomfortable with certain qualities of emotions that no longer serve you. You become quite uncomfortable with those emotions, but at the same time, they seem so familiar to you. Some of you believe that the source of your life is the source of your emotion. No, the emotion is the source of your creative manifestation energy. Emotion is what you use to manifest action. Emotion is used to manifest action. And you can change an emotion, you can alter it, you can let it go. The choice is yours. For many of you, the realization that emotion is energy, not a specific way, but all emotion, not some, all emotion is energy that every single human uses for the function of creating. Please understand this. All of your emotion is used for the function of creating. And forgiveness is the mechanism by which you can consciously let go of and relinquish certain emotional qualities and states of being that no longer serve you. For some of you, it's that you say, oh, I cannot get rid of this anger. I can't get rid of this sadness. It's just the way I feel. It is not something that you are. It is something you are holding on to. Remember, your emotion is energy. I will repeat this, and we will continue to encourage you to consider that if emotion is energy in motion, then simply what direction would you like to put it in, and in what way? For you can take anger and you can build a mansion, and you can take anger and you can start a war. Any emotion is simply energy that can be used creatively or destructively. The choice becomes yours. The choice becomes yours on how you will use the energy. Take away the label of anger. Take away the label of fear. Take away the label of guilt and shame, and simply replace it with the label, my energy. Instead of anger, this is my energy to use. Instead of sadness, this is my energy to use. It is just energy. And the intensity and strength of particular emotional qualities may seem to overwhelm you, but it's not because you are able to be overwhelmed. It is simply you have not learned how to utilize the creative function of that energy. And so you simply try to put it away. It might be scary to you, that much energy, for some of you to have so much energy. But all of you do. All of you have boundless energy that you can utilize. And when you learn to utilize it as opposed to labeling it so that it takes on a specific function, because the label anger implies there are certain functions to that emotion. Take away the label of anger and say, this is energy. I can write, I can dance, I can sing, I can play with this energy. Energy as emotion can be neither created nor destroyed. It can only be transmuted or transformed from one state to another. That is the function of energy, that it is a substance that you use creatively while you are in that physical embodiment, as it is a substance we use outside of our physical embodiment. Understand, energy can be neither created nor destroyed, but changed and manifested into different mediums of expression. There are lots of people that have been very angry that have created wonderful things. There are many people in the world that have experienced intense, profound fear and have used it to create something wonderful. Emotion and the process of forgiveness go hand in hand. When you can release the function of an emotion, so you feel anger, or you feel sadness, or you feel guilt, or you feel shame, you now are aware you have an energy. Remove the label. You have an energy that has a label that's been given. Take the label away. Energy to use, to manifest, to create with. And how will you do this? What will you choose to create? And many of you say, well, what can I choose to create? I've never done anything like this before. Simply pick up a pen, go for a walk, sing a song, use the energy, get familiar with using the energy for something other than what it has been decidedly conditioned to express as. Many of you believe anger must be this way, and sadness must be this way, and happiness must be this way, and depression must be this way. Many of you believe this, but remove the label and say, energy can be any way I choose to manifest it. And when you say the word I, mean your awareness, not the memory of your personality, the ability you have to distinguish between your awareness, your personality, and your emotions will loan itself to a level of freedom that will make your heart sing and your days joyous. To remember that emotion is not who and what you are. It's the substance that you use to creatively function while in a physical medium of consciousness. The function of your soul is to cultivate an awareness as to know and choose how you will use certain emotional qualities, to know how you will choose to use certain emotional qualities. Forgiveness simply means to let go or to release, to let go or release. And I would add one more component to that, that forgiveness is also about the transformation or the transmutation of certain qualities of energy that you call emotion. Remember, liberate the label from the emotion and simply call the emotion energy. And it can be then energy to do as you wish, to write, to sing, to dance, to eat well, to play, whatever you wish to use that energy and express with it. Many of you are stuck with the conventional framework of what an emotion means, what anger means, what sadness means, what guilt means, what shame means, what joy means. Many of you have a preconceived notion about what you think these things should mean. Remove the label, the preconceived idea about that emotion, and simply call them energy. Only you can do this. Only through the point of your awareness can you deliberately begin to utilize the mechanism of letting go, the mechanism of forgiveness. Only through conscious awareness, only through your conscious awareness of, oh, this is an emotion that I normally call anger. This is an emotion that I normally, only through your conscious awareness can you say, oh, that is an energy that I'm calling anger, but it is simply an energy. I'm going to use this energy differently. Normally, this vibration that I call anger would have me scream or yell or jump or get physical with something. No, I'm going to use the energy differently. I'm going to express it differently, and you may choose to do so or not. Many of you find yourselves relying on emotional qualities to be provided to you from your environment. You are seeking to be made to feel and express in a certain way by your environment, hoping that something or someone outside of your own consciousness will give you an emotion or a condition or a state or a vibration that will make you feel good. But from my observation, I would encourage most of you to turn off your televisions. Turn them off. There's no short supply of people wanting to give other people certain emotional qualities to pick up for them. There's no shortage of guilt or shame or anger or rage or even violence on your televisions. There's no shortness of that. There are many that want to offer you those emotions. Say, here, you take this emotion. And many of you do. Many of you sit there feeling the fear and the anger that is being offered to you. And I simply say, let those go. Do not pick up a gift that you do not wish to open. And there are many instances where there are mechanisms designed to give you certain qualities of being and feeling and sensing that are not in true harmony with your nature as a sentient and conscious being. Forgiveness, the act of willingly and intentionally letting go of your fear, your anger, your guilt, your shame, using these energies purposefully, constructively, because they are just energy. Do not get caught up in the label. The minute you say, I feel anger, you make the energy angry energy. The moment you say, I feel sad, the moment you think that thought, you give the energy the label. Now the energy becomes that energy. Is it not true? You consider the idea of being angry, and all of a sudden you're feeling a little more angry, and then a little more angry. The moment you place a label on your energy, it becomes the label. The moment you place a label on your energy, it becomes a label. And so, in truth, you are love, and all of your energy being a creative function is love too. All energy is rooted in a vibration of creation. All energy, what you call emotion, is rooted in the manifestation of creation, the process whereby you can create deliberately and intentionally expressions and creations in this experience of time and space that you find yourselves. Perfecting the process of forgiveness does not have to take as long as many of you think. The very decision, the very act of realizing it is just energy, it is not who I am, this emotion that I'm perceiving is not who I am. It is an energy I am now aware of, that I have a label for. I'm going to remove the label and call this energy. And that energy can move through my mind and move through my body as a creative function of my choosing, and not simply something I remain subjective to. The moment you remove the label and see it all as energy, you become a very different being than the one believing that the emotions are simply something that are unchangeable and unalterable. No, energy becomes what you label it. And when you label a certain emotional quality, you literally create more of that energy. I'm a little irritated. Oh, I feel my irritation. And now I'm feeling annoyed. And now I'm feeling annoyed. And now it's getting me angry. The more you give attention to certain emotional energies in a specific way, you manifest them. You actually increase those emotional qualities by the very nature of giving attention to them in a specific way. You are divine creator, as all conscious, sentient entities are divine creator. Very few of you understand this, but the moment you begin to recognize that emotion is the mechanism by which you creatively operate in this dimension and others, that emotion is the substance that you can give any label or shape or form to. Did you know that your body is actually a composite of emotional energy? It's a composite of electrical consciousness. It is a dynamic movement of energy in motion, which is what your emotions are, the movement of your energy in motion. And today I came to speak with you simply on this principle: let go. This is forgiveness, to let go of emotions and then to transform or transmute them, to remove your labels from your emotions and recognize they're the energy stuff, the substance, the medium by which you can create in this physical world. Your emotions are the bridge between the non-physical realm and the physical realm of manifestation. Emotion is the substance that organizes and coordinates and directs matter into specific functions and forms. Understand this. As you come to this awareness, as you begin to grasp the principle, not simply as an idea, but as a reality that emotion is energy, and that energy, your energy, how you declare it, is very precise and very specific to the label that you would choose to give it. There is great joy, and in that, the energy that I bring to that label becomes the label. So now the energy of joy becomes prevalent in my being, just as the energy of peace and tranquility and calmness can become the manifestation of energy, as can be stillness and quietness and peace. You are able to re-articulate functions of energy to be utilized in your creative process as you would desire. Again, many of you are struggling with the idea that what you need to feel will come from the world around you. And what you are feeling, most of it did come from the world around you, and you've chose to carry it. Now it is time to realize, I can change that which I have carried forth from others. I can alter this fear. I can alter this energy of guilt, of shame. I can transform, transmute, transcend this energy into a different state of expression, much the same way as you can with your Play-Doh or other things that you would articulate a creation with, sculptures and paints. You can articulate that form of energy, that medium of energy called clay or painting. You can articulate those into very specific expressions creatively. Well, so too your emotion is the brush through which you sculpt the actions of your biology. Emotions are the substance that you sculpt the actions of your biology, and you utilize the mechanism of your mind in the function of identifying the best function of that energy. In other words, you can create different qualities of energy intentionally and deliberately, even out of old emotions. Forgiveness, let go, then learn to transmute. The process of letting go of certain emotional qualities is very simple when you understand that the emotional quality is not something that you are, it's a substance you can utilize. That simple point, that emotions are not what you are. They are creative energies, substances of a non-physical nature that interacts with matter, time, and space as a creative agent, causing conditions in time, space, and matter to alter and change according to the nature of the emotional or energetic quality passing through a physical medium. Understand this, and you will find yourself delighting in your energy instead of fearing your energy. Remove the labels. Wow. Thank you, Michael. That's pretty clear. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Drusilla. Hi. Happy Friday indeed. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of very intense, I'm told, very intense ascension energies coming up this week. Starting on Tuesday, we're going to be experiencing a really high influx of ascension energies. So make certain that you're drinking lots of good, clean water, especially during these higher energy times. Drink lots of water, eat lots of living, fresh, vital food. It's so important to keep your vibrational consciousness in your body high so there's an easier integrative process, because these energies are only going to amplify what you already possess. Very important. Yeah. Hi, Grace. Question from Adam. Can I ask Astarte on what is the driving force that creates the energetic current of Venus associated with archetypal guide qualities such as beauty, love, romance, etc., and how it is created? She's just saying, if you've heard what Michael has said to you, then you would truly understand the nature of your answer, and that in the question you are caught up in the labels of understanding rather than recognizing the utilization of the energy. Oh, thank you. Question from Beta. I forgive, but I'm hurt again. Why are people sent again to me to pain me? Also, should I let go of the person I'm with now? Oh, well, whether you hold on to that person or release that person is completely inactive, your free will. But again, the pain point in your own consciousness is like an electrical signal to the world that says, here, match this. To relinquish and release your pain, to transform or transmute the quality of its functional energy into a different state, will alter and change this connecting point that you've formed. This relationship you have with pain in the world must be first liberated from within your own world. You must transform or transmute that vibrational energy that you're calling as pain. You must transform or transmute it to a new state of energy. Consider when you encounter your pain to embrace it with joy, to consider embracing your pain with joy. The very act of that function is a function creatively that begins to articulate a new change in the quality of that energy. First, you change the energy within yourself, and the energy in the world that you connect to or that connects to you will likewise change, alter, and shift the quality of the energy. That is what is most important, to alter and shift the quality of the energy of the pain that you currently hold on to in your heart. Release it, let it go, and transcend it, transmute it, transform its expression in yourself first. Well, thank you, Beta. Great question. Question from Carolyn. Is the purple light at my crown chakra? I got an immediate yes for that. Maybe Jermaine, Saint Germain helping me? Yes. Yes. Understand the process, whether it is using the violet fire. The process that we articulate to all of you is a process of transformation, learning to re-articulate certain qualities of energy into a more useful function in your life. This is what I'm here to do with you, to assist you in that process of learning to transform and transmute energy so it functions more effectively as a creative part of your life. Hi. Question from Fardiba. Could Archangel Michael tell me what the nothingness is about for me, or do we have to all face this feeling? Please, thank you. He's laughing, right? He's saying, you are so blessed that you are dealing with this space of infinite possibility. This nothingness that you think you have is not nothingness, for you are perceiving it. Why are you not utilizing it creatively to set that energy in motion? You have a limitless supply in that space of what you call the nothingness, where you have nothing and everything at the same time. You could consider that a very Buddhic state of being that you're in. You are thinking that there's nothing happening, but you're aware that there's something happening because you are aware of it. And how can you use that? How would you use the vibrational quality? What label, what creative suggestion can you give to that nothingness? Even if you look at the very beginning of many of your religious texts, it speaks about the great nothing at the beginning. There was nothing. There was nothing. It was just emptiness, a void. That's how it was in the beginning. And an awareness spoke and said, let there be light. An awareness spoke and said, let there be light. Is it not true that in your nothingness, what light, what creation would you choose to invoke into your world? What can you speak into that nothingness that it will transform for you? That infinite space of all things and all possibilities is that nothingness. Consider this. Consider what I say to you now, that you can give a new light to the space of that nothingness. Manifest love, manifest joy, manifest playfulness. Utilize the energy of that infinite nothingness to create. Bring it into life. Give it form. This has been done many, many times. Wow. Thank you so much for that question. Question from the White Rabbit. What is my soul contract with Sarah, and does she want to reconnect with me again? She's very, you need to decide what that will be. Do not leave it in her hands. She's waiting for you to decide how you're going to use the creation of this. The choice is creatively yours at this time. She's indifferent herself, but what you would choose to think or say or do will make a difference. And I don't know what that means, but that's what that consciousness is saying to me. Got time for 2 more questions. First one's from Nicole. I saw an angel coming in my window through my third eye. His eyes light up. Was it Archangel Michael, and any message? Thank you, William. He says he still doesn't understand how you can question his presence at this point, as we work very closely together. you have understood this. But the blue light is so important to embody it, to not simply see it as something that comes from me, but as something that we share. This energy is between us and all things that are in alignment with us. Wow. Thank you, Nicole. Question from Rudy. I feel a female being close to me chatting. Is this my higher self or a guardian angel or someone else? Thank you. I get it's a guardian angel that they've been around you for 12 years. This one came into your life 12 years ago. Something about the book. They're saying something about the book. I don't know what that means, but they're saying something about open the page, and fill the blankness of the page. Just tell them this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you guys have any other questions or concerns, remember to leave your questions and comments in the description box below any of the videos so that we can answer those questions for you. Also, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. We want to bring the algorithms up. It helps get this information to more people on their YouTube feeds and other ways. So please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And tomorrow's meditation is going to be on it's a being coming. It's called choosing freedom. And the being coming through only wants to give me the name Swami. He's only giving me the name. He's telling me, how do I know? I said he. Swami is the name, and it's on choosing freedom. So I hope you'll join me for the meditation tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Supernatural Saturday. Also, for those of you that are familiar with our we offer Mediumship Program. Our Mediumship 102 Intermediate Masterclass is beginning a week from tomorrow. So go and register for the course. This course will teach you how to let go of old, past, dense emotions, how to transform and transmute negative energy from one state into a brand new state. Literally, you can do this. Anybody can learn to alter and change emotional energy. Anybody can learn the process. For some, it might take a little longer, it might be a little hard, but every single soul has the same basic faculties in this physical dimension to utilize, articulate, transform, transmute energy in the form of emotion from one state to another. In our Mediumship Masterclass 102, you will learn how to do this. I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Thank you for your time, your patience, your energy. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the meditation on choosing freedom with Swami. Much love to all of you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.